Okay, so tonight, what do we have on tap tonight? We have a little bit of memorabilia in a signed jersey and a signed baseball. We have some Pantheon football, and then we have a half case of Optic baseball. So we've got a few different things going on tonight. But first up, before we do anything else, we need to take a look at who our nightly random winners have been up to this point. And then we need to add one to this list. So this will show you everyone who has won a nightly random so far this month. Everybody who wins the nightly random advances to the customer appreciation break, which is going to be the first Saturday in August, right around the corner, believe it or not. And the only way to get in that is to win the nightly random. So it doesn't cost you anything to be in the break, and I buy all the products and we take all of the hits out of there, and then you guys have a chance to win it. So right now I'm grabbing, that's a list of everybody who's in any of the breaks tonight, and we're jumping over here into random to figure out who our winner is going to be, who's going to join that group for Lucky You 3. And you don't have to be present that first Saturday in August to be part of that break, but sometimes it's more fun if you are, because I do offer extra little things that maybe are a little more fun if you're there live. But if you can't make it, you're still going to have a chance to win. So DuPont 49 is our winner tonight. So I'm just going to jump over here and add that to our spreadsheet so that I don't have to go back and look it up later. And then we're going to be ready to start breaking into some stuff tonight. I am going to do it slightly out of order in that we're going to actually do Pantheon football first, because it's a pretty quick break and it is the only football that we have tonight. There's not very many cards in the box. Everything else is baseball. So we are going to move the Pantheon football up and go first, which I know wasn't the order it ended on eBay, but I think it just makes sense tonight. So the first up will be one box of 2017 Panini Pantheon football. This is break number 2, meaning the second time we have broken that product. You will see team names down one side and the winning bidder across from it. We have an unpaid team in there, just a team that was sold and payment had not come in, at least as of 4 or 5 minutes ago. Actually, a couple of unpaid teams in there, and anything that you see tonight that says no bids buyback, well, that's a fairly self-explanatory. That is just an unloved, unwanted orphan team. If anything comes out for that team, it'll hang out here with me. I am going to take this camera off of autofocus, because that seems to make things go a little more smoothly once we get going, if we don't leave that on autofocus. Actually, I'm going to stand this up too. That's a case of those baseballs, and since it's the first one out of the case, I just left the case sealed up, and then we'll figure out which one of those we want to open. That is after I manage to get this box open. Pantheon football is, you guys know, you've seen it open before, and it's a nice set. It's a high-end set, and we've hit some nice things out of it already. Our very first box, first card we hit was a Dan Marino /25, so that was pretty sweet. This, of course, is one of the metal cards. It's in a piece of plastic, a plastic sleeve, if you will, to keep it nice. And it is, of course, Richard Sherman for the Seahawks. So that is our metal card. It says 38 of 50 there on the back. And there's one of those, I just knocked something over. There's one of those metal cards in each of these packs. Next up, we have a big piece of fabric. That's a really large piece of fabric. I wish it had another color in it, but it does not. And that is Carlos Henderson for the Broncos /99. Next up, we're going to have John Ross /99, one of our rookies for the Bengals. And that is another nice big piece of fabric. How about a little Carson Palmer /49 for the Arizona Cardinals? And that is obviously a a smaller piece of fabric, but that's a nice card design, and it says honored and privileged down there across the bottom. So that's a cool little Carson Palmer. Josh Reynolds /99 for the Rams, and that's a sticker auto and a material. So another little rookie hit coming out. Sterling Shepard /99 for the Giants, and that one is an on-card auto, I believe. Yeah, so that's on-card auto, and a little, I was making sure that was a little piece of fabric and not part of the card design. Sometimes it's hard to tell. So yeah, so Sterling Shepard with the on-card auto and the fabric hit for the Giants. Oh, I just made the Chiefs really happy, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did. How about a little Patrick Mahomes /25? And I can pretty much guess this is going to be signed. Yeah, it is. And a nice piece of fabric there with the two colors. Got a nice part of the yellow seam. And that one is a sticker auto. And I don't know what I keep hitting. There's something, I've got stuff stored under this table, and I keep hitting something and knocking it into the floor. So that'll be fun to clean up later. All right, so to recap what we've got going here out of this, well, let me just try and get, the iPad suddenly decided to start talking to me. So we're going to recap what we had here in Pantheon football. So we've got the Mahomes /25 for the Chiefs. Most of these do look like they're in pretty good shape. I see, some little odds and ends on corners and edges with, minor chipping and wear and such, but it's pretty common on all these cards. Sterling Shepard on-card auto and material /99 for the Giants. The Josh Reynolds for the Rams, that's a sticker auto and materials hit /99. The Carson Palmer for the Cardinals, materials /49. Then the John Ross /99 for the Bengals. For the Broncos, Carlos Henderson /99. And then our metal card, which was Richard Sherman for the Seahawks, which says 38 of 50 down there at the bottom. And that is Pantheon football. So it is good to go. Next up is going to bring up this National edition of Preferred Players autograph baseballs from Onyx. So this is, we've opened the Onyx Preferred Players before, but the National edition has a whole different checklist. Well, I shouldn't say whole different. There are some signers that are in both, like Aaron Judge, but there are several additional people signing in this Nationals edition. And it's a very limited edition, produced for, of course, the National Sports Collectors, good grief, Sports Collectors Convention, which is going on this week. Yeah, I guess it starts tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. This does not want to come out of here, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to open the other end of the box, too, and see maybe I can just push them through. But there are a lot of nice signers in here, including Cody Bellinger, Ian Happ, Judge. I mean, there's, well, I put a picture of the checklist on the listing, so you guys probably saw that already. So here's what we're going to do to decide which one to open. We're going to go into random. We're going to put in left, middle, right, and random can tell us which one of those 3 balls out of that case that we want to open tonight. And then the other 2, of course, will be listed a little bit later. Really, I wouldn't mind breaking those by the case. There's only, 3 in there. If you guys have any interest in doing something like that, throw it up in chat and let me know. I can still get another case, I think, and we could break one by the case. All right, so random tells us the middle box. So, middle box it is. Left box and right box will have to wait. Reminds me of Katy Perry's, Left Shark when the Super Bowl. Remember that? Left Shark that was all out of sync in her Super Bowl performance. All right, good grief. This is all crazy in there. All right. So I'm going to take a little, this is probably going to make somebody happy, I think. And this is Corey Kluber. So coming out for the Indians, we have got ourselves a little Corey Kluber signed ball. And there's the little Onyx certificate. Sometimes they have the Onyx certificate and another certificate like James Spence or something. That's what we had with the ball last night. But tonight, of course, there is just the one. But you know what? I said Corey Kluber is the Indians, but that is apparently, according to this checklist, that is not correct. Because there I see Corey Kluber on this National Edition checklist, which I did print out this time, is listed as Chicago. So I was incorrect about that. I thought Corey Kluber was an Indian, but he is not. He is Chicago. So I guess that's why we have that checklist there, isn't it? All right, that is going to move us into, Kian's dad. Yes, we just did Pantheon. I moved it up to the front because it was such a short break and everything else was a little bit different. So that is why Pantheon went first. I know it was listed last, but it did go first. And just give me 1 second here. I am just double checking one little thing. Well, good grief. If I could type, it would be helpful. That is the tough thing about this iPad for me. I do not type well on it. I really just don't. Yeah, so I don't get this. I'm just trying to... Did he get traded recently or something? Why? Because Corey Kluber is, in my opinion... He's an Indian, right? I mean, so is this a different Corey Kluber? What is going on? You see on this checklist, it says Chicago. This is the ball we just opened. But Corey Kluber is, I thought, an Indian. So I'm just trying to double check and see what's going on here, basically. So did he get traded recently and I missed it? I mean, why is he listed on here as Chicago? That doesn't make any sense to me. It's always been at Cleveland. Okay, Justin, that's kind of what I was thinking too, but for whatever reason, you see on the checklist that it said Chicago. So that then led me to think, perhaps am I thinking of the wrong Corey Kluber, a different Corey Kluber? I don't know. Well, these Onyx balls, man, every night these things give me some kind of grief, don't they? Well, at the moment... I believe Corey Kluber is an Indian. I realize that this piece of paper says that Corey Kluber is Chicago. I believe that is a typo on that piece of paper. So I'm going to have to do a little research on that. And rather than hold you guys up tonight, I'm going to go ahead and we'll do it late. We'll go back to it later, but, you know, I initially thought the Indians, and the paper says Chicago, but I think it's the Indians, and I don't know of another Corey Kluber, but I'm going to search the minor league stuff a little bit later just to make sure I'm not missing anything. Meanwhile, let's move on down the road here, and that's what we just did. Did I not put up the spreadsheet before we did that break? Thought that, I guess I didn't. I got all excited about picking out which ball we were going to open and I didn't put the spreadsheet up. That was good. So yeah, that's why I should do things in the same order every time. There is the spreadsheet for the ball that we just opened, so you do have a chance to see your name in lights there, albeit after the fact. Then that's going to roll us into the Gold Rush autographed baseball jersey. This is break number 6 of the baseball jersey, and it's the last one we have, and I went to buy some more and they were sold out, so that's kind of a bummer. And again, anything that says no bids buyback, just unloved, unwanted, unsold, orphan team, anything comes out for that team stays here with me. Anything that says unpaid just means that the team was sold but payment had not come in at least as of about 5 minutes before the break. And then somebody's asking me about Optic. Optic is after the jerseys. So oh, did you guys looked on the spreadsheet and you said it's the same bidder has both teams, so it doesn't matter about Corey Kluber? Well, good, because I still say Corey Kluber's an Indian, but I don't know why the checklist said that it's something different. That's confusing to me. And I thought, surely to goodness, I would have remembered if he got traded, but yet sometimes you don't know. Our jersey coming out is for Eddie Murray, Hall of Fame 2003. Here's our certification, if I would hold it the correct way. Oh, this is a Beckett certified as well. So you'll see there's the little Beckett sticker over there above the Hall of Fame 2003. Wonder if this is an authentic as opposed to a custom. I guess it's, well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, well, anyway, that is a nice little hit there on the Eddie Murray for the Orioles for our last Gold Rush jersey, unless they get some more in, which would be nice if they did, because I like opening those, but they are sold out at the moment. Oh, Kian's dad, are you still in there? If you are, I can buzz through and show you Pantheon again. Let me know if you're still in, if you've already taken off or if you're still in here. It does take a couple minutes, I realize, from the time you guys type into chat before it shows up on my side. In the meantime, while we're waiting to see if Kian's dad still needs to take a refresher look at Pantheon, let's take a look at the half case of 2017 Optic Baseball. This is half case break number 2. And this is, of course, the back half of a case. We opened the front half a couple days ago. Excuse me, my allergies are still really just causing me all kinds of problems, so I'm going to apologize in advance for all the sniffing and snorting and throat clearing and whatnot. And I'm sure somebody wants to know, so I'm going to just go ahead and tell you up front. We did have one of the 5 autograph hot boxes came out in the first break, and we had one box, you can call it, I don't know, I guess like a hot box for parallels or refractors or however you want to phrase it, that had, you know, a lot more parallels and refractors than normal in it. Oh, Justin, you out, man? All right, well, we will see you later, and I'm going to guess Kian's dad already took off, so we won't worry about flipping through Pantheon again. And, of course, these other boxes that we already opened, we did the same thing when we opened the case. We took all the boxes out, I numbered them on the end, and then let random determine which ones we were going to open up tonight. And that is how we arrived at the boxes that we have here. And I do that most of the time when we're doing a case, because often there's a case hit in there. If there is no specific case hit, like with prime signatures, 2011 prime signatures and some of that, sometimes I'll just let you guys, you know, choose left half or right half or whatever. But anything where we know there's a possibility of a case hit, I tend to try to do it this other way. Got to do one little thing there. Excuse me 1 second. I just wanted to move that box out of the way because I'm sure that I'm going to have a little parade of kitties getting ready to play in the wrappers in a minute, so we like to keep things out of their way. Oh, so you're not leaving, Justin. You were saying bye to Kian's dad. I gotcha. So you have the Padres and you're looking for some Hunter Renfroe. Well, let's see if we can deliver some Hunter Renfroe for you. How about that? We're going to do our very best. See, there is Corey Kluber. Daggone it. I I knew that guy was an Indian, and then it said, but when it said Chicago, I'm thinking he got traded, and I somehow missed it. Isn't that amazing? We just take the checklist as gospel most of the time, but in that case, the checklist was wrong. Aaron Judge for the Yankees. The little rookie. Not numbered, unfortunately, but... And there are tons and tons of refractors in here. Some of them are numbered. Many of them are not. But a few of them are. So we have Al Oliver. And is that, I thought that was an on-card signature, but it is not. It is a sticker auto. And that is for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So our first hit out of the box is Al Oliver for the Pirates. I need to set those up there, I think. But there's a lot of, I mean, really, there's not a very much what I would call true base cards in here. There's only a couple per pack, and that's, you know, these. Everything else are parallels and refractors and whatnot. This should be numbered, this Todd Frazier. Yeah, it is to 299 on the Frazier. Actually, why don't we just set the numbered ones aside too. Yeah, Justin, are you feeling jealous over that Al Oliver? You wanting that one, huh? I know, that's always the way, right? When you're watching the breaks, it's like, oh, why didn't I buy that team? So that's how I am. But I definitely like some of the legacy players. A lot of times with people are looking for rookies, which is understandable, and many times I am too. But I'm generally a fan of pulling out the legacy players also, which not everybody is. But hopefully, whoever has the Pirates is, because they got a nice little Al Oliver. Shipping-wise, guys, I don't think I mentioned this yet. Probably Saturday for this stuff. Possible it could jump out of here on Friday, but I think it's more likely that it will go out on Saturday. Clayton Kershaw just tore up his shoulder. Oh, does anybody have the or access to the Boston Red Sox game? I was wondering how Rafael Devers is doing. As he called up, and this is the first night. This is to 299 on the Matt Carpenter. So I was curious as to how he's doing over there on third. Hopefully okay. Oh, Michael, you live in Newport. All right, cool. So a fellow Kentuckian. Nice. Always glad to have fellow Kentuckians. Mr. Pete Rose to 299. I have some friends that moved kind of in that, not exactly Newport, but moved to northern Kentucky anyway. Back several years ago, but gosh, I don't get up there very much. I used to, much more so than I do now. We're going to have a little Alex Bregman action to 99. That is a nice on-card auto hit for the Astros. And I bet that's Thomas. He buys the Astros a lot, and he almost always brings them good luck. Yeah, some of those are... I still have not figured out what will trigger whether or not a rated rookie is numbered. Most of the others, I've looked at them, of course, as I was sorting them, and I could look at them and say, oh, yeah, okay, that one's going to be numbered because of XYZ. You know, there's a difference you can tell. But on the ones that are rated rookies, like, I don't know what triggers them to be numbered. Because whether or not their refractor doesn't do it, and the little extra color doesn't do it. Oh, Justin, the Red Sox just started? Okay. I don't get a lot of, I get all the Reds games here, of course, because of Fox Sports South shows all the Reds games, but outside of them, I only get, if something's on ESPN or whatever, so I don't get an opportunity to watch as many out-of-market games. I didn't even realize. I thought almost everything tonight started at 7, except for the Cubs and the White Sox, which of course were this afternoon, but I guess we must have had a 10 o'clock game, and I just overlooked that one. Well, I hope Devers does well. I think it's got to be, so nerve-wracking. I mean, poor kid just getting called up and knowing that basically they've decided that he was better than anybody they could have gotten in a trade. So that's kind of a lot of pressure, I mean, kid's got a lot of pressure on him. There's Hunter Renfroe. I know you want it signed or numbered or something, but at least we're on the right track, and we've gotten you a Hunter Renfroe so far to answer your request. You said yay. Yeah, yay indeed. Got a little Braden Shipley, and that is going to be to 150. So Braden Shipley for the Diamondbacks on card auto, and that's a pretty good little hit, I think. Ian Happ. I want to find Ian Happ in here for I really do. I mean, his signature. Obviously, we just saw his card, but coming out for the Royals, Paulo Orlando. That is another on-card auto, and that's a nice card design. I haven't seen that one before. So that's a pretty cool little hit for the Royals. So maybe we're in our other hot box. We'll find out momentarily. Trevor Story to 299. If we find any more autographs, then we will know we're in our hot box. Mickey Mantle. If you were in the first optic break, all of that stuff went out today. All of optic, all of tier 1, the rest of Allen and Ginter, number 1 that didn't get out yesterday, went today. And what else went today? Something else. Or quite a few base heavy breaks all went out today. Star Pantheon, we did do already. Yes, we actually did move that one up to the first break of the night because it was such a quick break. And this, of course, being a half case is a longer break. So, yes, we did Pantheon, and we did the autographed baseball, and we did the autographed baseball jersey. Yeah, this has got to be our hot box because here comes autograph number 3, Michael Kopech for Boston. And note the Back to the Future. We pulled an Arrieta numbered to 10 for Baltimore out of the first half of this on one of these Back to the Futures. So this one is headed to the Sox. Andrew Miller to 299. Ken Griffey. Yay, Ken Griffey. I like him. just checking to see if that one was numbered. Mr. Joey Votto, another Alex Bregman, Nolan Ryan. A lot of refractors in our little hot box here. This is coming out for the A's to 99, and this is Renato Nunez. Renato Nunez. Wow, you can, his autograph is like blended in with his card, but it's pretty cool. Pretty cool looking signature. Not that that should matter, but it kind of does. I kind of like to see a cool signature, right? I mean, don't you? A little bit. It's not just the standard one. Oh, we're going to have a redemption. We're going to set that one down there. Mookie Betts to 299. Little Buster Posey. I don't think any of those standard refractors are numbered, and that one isn't either. I just occasionally check them to make sure. MVP not numbered. Of course, I do also double check them when I'm sorting them, and if I find something that's numbered, of course, you know, we'll set it out separately. So our redemption is Josh Bell, which I believe is a Pirate, but we will checklist verify that at the end of the break and make certain that that's the case, but that's what I think it is. And rated rookie signature orange, so I believe it'll be numbered the same as the Nunez was, which is to 99. That's my, I believe. I think he was a, let me just, yeah, he was a rated rookie, and I think he's orange, so. We will have one more case of Optic. This, of course, wraps up the case one, what we're doing tonight. But there's one more case that I have on hand. The first half of it will break on Sunday. And the second half of it, I'm not really sure yet. Probably about this time next week. There's Stadium Club. A new case of Stadium Club will also break on Sunday, first half of it. And what else? Allen and Ginter, I think, is on Friday night. Also, we'll be starting a new case. Next week, we have Topps Chrome coming out. So that's always a fun one. And also next week, we'll have... and I never, it's like the longest name, it seems like, for a product, but it's basically, it's an Onyx product, but it's cards. It's not memorabilia like a lot of Onyx is. And there are only 60 cases produced. So that's going to be fun. This is to 199, Anthony Rizzo. And then a Lewis Brinson to 50 right behind it. Of course, the other one was just a refractor, but our Lewis Brinson is an on-card auto hit. So the Onyx product, whose big long name I cannot remember, there is Piscotty to 199 for the cards. That one should be kind of fun. This is to 99. Because it's going to have a lot of our prospect players in it. So, you know, some of the guys like Kevin Maytan and some of those guys that we're all excited about and trying to collect early before they get up to the majors, they will be all over that product. Will Myers for the Padres to 149. And with only 60 cases produced, I mean, there's not a lot of that stuff out there. So that should help things a little bit too. Manny Margot to 99 on that one. Alex Reyes to 299. Jay Bruce to 149. Carlos Gonzalez to 99. Justin, I was not paying attention to the number of refractors coming out versus everything else. If you're seeing a lot more of them in this box, then yes. And I guess there probably were, because a lot of them were numbered. So yeah. Again, you know, I know I'm awful. I tune out a lot on the base stuff. And I don't always absorb it to retain it, you know. But yeah, we have had several numbered ones. And I'm guessing, as a whole, we probably have had more refractors coming out. So you're probably right. I'll try to pay attention. and see where we are. We definitely already had the autograph one, of course. That was the last box. Ronaldo Lopez to 199. Chris Bryant got thrown out of the game today. Can you believe? First time ever. Baez to 299. I have to say, though, oh, there is Josh Bell, so we do know he's a Pirate. That's what I thought that he was, but I still will go to the checklist. But anyway. I have to say, though, if you watched that call, he had reason to argue that call, right? I mean, he did. That is to 299 on the Gary Sanchez. That was just an absolutely terrible call. But I don't really think the umpire should have thrown him out of the game. I mean, come on. He wasn't, like, being that crazy. Felix Hernandez to 149. Like, if your umpire doesn't have a thicker skin than that, maybe they should, you know, move from behind home plate. That's to 199 on the Kyle Hendricks. Robert, yes, I can go through and show you Pantheon. I drew a blank there for a minute. Yes, I can go through and show you Pantheon again after we finish Optic. That's no problem, man. I'd be happy to do that. All right. Whoops. That is to 50 on the Chris Carter. Moncada is to 99. Yeah, this is definitely the refractor hot box or the parallel hot box, whatever you want to call it. This one is to 199. Tapia to 125. That's a nice hit. I think, anyway. And on card, of course. A little Trey Mancini. That one, I guess, is not numbered. Thought it was going to be, but it is not. Josh Donaldson is numbered to 199. That is to 99. Frank Thomas, I don't think is numbered. No, he is not. Whoa. These cards are so... I'm going to have to move some of these down the way. Those stacks on these cards with this kind of coating, they can't stay that high. They tend to want to topple over. That's to 149 because they just slide right off, you know. So I'm going to set them down on the sorting mat in smaller stacks so that we don't have to worry about them sliding off and going crazy. Oh, we already looked at those two, but there they are again before I set them down the way. Yeah, Justin, I mean, I guess umpires are sensitive, but I mean, did you see it? Did you see the pitch and the ejection? I mean, really, I don't think he should have been ejected, number one. It's not like he was like ranting and raving and like a crazy man. And number two, it was just a bad call. And you can even go, I don't remember the name of the thing, but you know how they have the little kind of animated thing that will show you like where each pitch landed in relation to the plate and where the batter is. And that pitch was, I mean, so far inside. And you could see on the graphic, well, I mean, you could see it watching it live because Kris Bryant had to, you know, duck, move back, scoot his midsection away to kind of avoid being hit by the ball to begin with. But to call that a strike was just, it's like, come on, umpire. Like, my eyes are bad, right? But that was, you got to be, like, messed up. Oh, John, yeah, we are on box number 4 right now that we are just getting ready to buzz into. I think that somebody answered that for you already. Michael, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Let's see if that, no, Dominator not numbered. I feel like we should be coming up on a big hit. I feel like we're due for a big hit in baseball. Ken Griffey Jr. to 99. So maybe we're going to find it somewhere in here tonight. Although we've been hitting some good, I mean, you know, we've hit some good stuff. But, of course, I want, you know me, I always want to hit like the knock it out of the park 500-foot home run every time we open something. I want to pull you guys like a $1,000 card every time we open anything. And we know, well, I know I'm not going to be able to do that, but it doesn't stop me from wanting to do that. Whoops. I got a little bit away from me there for about a half a second. All right, let's see what else we find. This should be numbered on the Mike Mussina. It is to 149. Got a little Manny Margot for the Padres to 35. So you got your Padre. I know you want Hunter Renfroe, but right now, yeah, Manny Margot. So that's not bad. That's still a good thing. You still got a hit for your Padres. And we still have 2 more boxes to go. So we may find you your Hunter Renfroe yet. Mancini is to what? 25. You guys know my middle distance vision is absolutely horrible. Has to be really far away or really close for me to see it well. So apologies. Sometimes I have to get it really close to the camera so that I can get it close to my face to see the numbering. That's a really cool little Mickey Mantle. I mean, it's not numbered or anything, but it's still a nice it's a nice image. I like that card. There's another Hunter Renfroe refractor, but not signed. Another Aaron Judge. Although truly I pull a lot of Hunter Renfroe, so I'm sure we'll find him somewhere. David Paulino for the Astros. So the Astros with another nice on-card auto hit. And there's Arcia. Move these on down the road too. Just keep our little work area clean up there. Somebody got offended one night because I set the cards, you know, off to the right after we've gone through them, and they don't stay on camera. And I'm like, well, but you've already seen them. Well, yeah, but they should always be on camera even after they've been opened. And I'm thinking, well, but you know, you saw them, but once I finish the live break, they're going to be moved off to the right. You're not going to see them again anyway until you get them at your house. So, like, I didn't get what the deal was about why he was so bothered by me setting them off on the sorting mat during the break as opposed to leaving them, you know, in mountainous stacks in the back. But I just don't like them to get too stacked up back there. It just makes me nervous. I don't want them to fall over and get crunched up or have any boxes of product fall on them or any of that stuff. Oh, Red Sox are down 3-0, bottom of the second. Well, but how is Devers doing? That's really what I want to know. Like, I mean, the score, yes, the score is good, and thank you, Justin, yes, for sharing that. But I just am curious, like, is Devers, does he look like a deer in headlights, or is he kind of, like, holding his own over there on third? Has he, obviously he hasn't probably done much at the plate if they're down 3-0, but he could have gotten on base or something. I don't know. I always like to watch the highly touted rookies right when they come up because it's interesting, right? I mean, to see how they adapt, because some adapt very quickly and some not so quickly. I mean, you know, on the face of it, if you look at Aaron Judge this year, you think, oh boy, he, you know, really got on the ball right away. But, you know, last year, when he was called up, he didn't play like he's playing right now. So there's usually a little bit of a adaptation in there. That is to 299 on the Jordan Montgomery. Oh, he hasn't batted yet. He bobbled the ball, but he still managed to throw out Cano. Nice. Okay. All right. Go, Rafael Devers. Go get him, buddy. I always want doesn't matter what team it is, I always want the young guys who get called up to do well. And lately, it just seems like they all end up in the ER. I mean, God, the one guy, you know, ran into the electrical box out there back several weeks ago. Then we had the guy who got hit in the face, tipped his foul ball into his own face and fractured some bones just a couple of days ago. I mean, we've had a lot of guys called up and like immediately hurt, which is kind of unusual, but I always want them to do well when they get called up, no matter what team they play for. It's just such a slog to get through the minor leagues usually, and I'm always happy when they make it. You want to see Rosario? Yeah, I bet. I mean, there's a bunch that, you know, good Lord, I'll be counting down the days till the Reds can get Hunter Green, and that poor kid was just drafted, so he's like got the weight of the world on his shoulders. We're all waiting on him. David Dahl coming out for the Rockies. Is he still on the DL? I guess he is. He's got to be close to coming back, though. Or maybe he is already back and I just haven't noticed him in the stat lines. I guess that's possible, too. Another MVP. Franco is to 299. Oh, we're going to have a little numbered Joey Votto, finally. Joey is to 199. I say finally because I've pulled so many Joey Vottos out of Optic in that exact card design. Of course, a lot of them were in the first half of the box, and none of them were numbered, not a single one. So I'm happy to see that at least we got a numbered Joey Votto, step in the right direction. Tyler Naquin for the Indians in the nice little studio card. That is a sticker auto, of course. But I like that card design. I think it's nice. So here we go. Box 6 of 6. The last one of the back half of this case. So let's all hope for the fire. We're due, I'm telling you, we're overdue. We were on a run there for a while where I was pulling either Mike Trout or Aaron Judge practically every break, it seemed like. We were just pulling them both like crazy. And then for the last few breaks, we haven't pulled them, and I'm missing seeing them. It's time for them to show up. I know Mike Trout's not going to show up in this product, but Aaron Judge could. All right, let's set these back there and let's look at this part. Ah, of course I would put a big chunk of them in there upside down. Benintendi to, what does that say, 299. But I guess really it just kind of illustrates the difficulty of, like, if you were just out buying boxes or even buying cases yourself to open at your house, like we all used to do before the days of breaking cards, how difficult it is to really find what you're looking for. I mean, that's part of what makes breaks so much more cost effective, because really, even when you have to go through several breaks to get what you want, it's still proportionately less money than buying whole cases yourself and then opening them and not finding what you want. Gavin Cecchini, I don't think I ever say that guy's name right either. That is to 150. But that's what makes breaking magical. We can get more for our money. Dexter Fowler to 10. And also, we don't have to get cards we don't want, because we can just buy the teams we want. That's the part I like, too. There were no Judge signatures in the first half, Justin. I'm sure, I don't remember if we pulled straight up rookie cards for him in the first. We probably did, but I don't remember if we pulled any straight rookies. We didn't pull anything signed, and I don't think we pulled anything numbered for him in the first half. The last Judge we pulled was a couple nights ago in Allen and Ginter. We pulled a relic, but it wasn't a signed relic. And that was in Allen and Ginter 1, I think. So that was what, 3-4 nights ago, something like that. Oh yeah, the Dexter Fowler was to 10. You want to see it again? Sorry, I thought I read off that it was to 10, but I might not have. It is first in the series, 1 of 10. Sometimes I think things in my head and I think I've said them out loud and maybe I haven't. Sorry if I did not say that out loud. I thought that I did, but like I said, I don't always keep up with what I think I've said it and I haven't. This is Yohander Mendez. That is to 150 for the Rangers. There's a little Chris Bryant to 99. Another Dexter Fowler. That one will not be numbered, however. On the ones that are the Diamond Kings inserts, it's the color of the background that determines whether or not those are numbered. Some of that stuff, you know, the first time when I opened the first half of the case, like I hadn't figured all that out yet. You have to spend a minute with it to sort it, and then you can kind of, oh yeah, okay, now I get it. So at least here's going to be a numbered Aaron Judge, and it is numbered to 99. So a numbered rated rookie Judge. Todd Frazier. All right, so let's take a look at our signature hits to do a recap. And I know I've got to do Pantheon recap after that. I have to remind myself sometimes. I will forget and like sign off. I've got to remind myself. Oh, Devers was a shallow fly out. Bummer. Thank you, Justin, for keeping me posted on that. Oh, and Matt, I'm glad we got you a Fowler to 10. And thank you, Matt. I appreciate you breaking with me. I appreciate, as always, everyone breaking with me and chatting with me. Hope I will see you guys again, either on the next Optic break or one of the other mini football, basketball, baseball breaks that we've got. All right, let's see what we pulled. Yohander Mendez. Gavin, I never say it right, Cecchini or something close to that. Tyler Naquin. David Dahl. David Paulino. Manny Margot. Ramel Tapia. Lewis Brinson. Oh, we do still have to go to the checklist on Josh Bell. I mean, he's a Pirate, but we still need to checklist verify him. Renato Nunez. Michael Kopech. Remember, though, this one is the Back to the Future, so it does go to Boston, as noted on there, on the card. Paulo Orlando. Braden Shipley. Mr. Alex Bregman. And Al Oliver. So let me jump in and take care of this real quick. And, I mean, we know what it's going to be, but, yeah, you know how I am. You know, I look it up. It will tell us what it's going to be numbered to as well, although I'm pretty sure it is going to be to 99 because we had the other orange one that should be the exact same. Panini has a huge drop-down menu, so I'm just dropping down through it to get where we have to be. That is rated rookie signature orange. Bum, bum, bum. And you guys, this is always anybody that ever wants to know. You probably know this already, but just in case you don't. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second scrolling through that. You can pull up the checklist for any product on Topps.com, any of their products. They will have their official checklist, and Panini will have, on their website as well. That is card number 11, Josh Bell. And yes, it is to 99. So that was correct in our earlier assumption. To 99. All right, we already recapped the rest, and there's our redemption. So let's bring up Pantheon because somebody wanted to check that out. So we're going to flip through a little Pantheon again. That was optic break number 2. It doesn't mean, the number 2 doesn't mean like that I've broken optic twice tonight. It just means it's the second time that we have broken 2017 optic. So basically the reason those are numbered is so it's just another way to make sure that someone's watching the right video, you know. So if it's, you know, the 5th time we've broken 2017 versus just putting 2017 optic every time, and then somebody would have to, you know, well, was that mine? Whatever. So that's why I put up the spreadsheet and put all the eBay end date and everything's numbered like that and all that jazz. That's what that numbering is for. It doesn't mean it's, you know, that there are 2 different breaks of optic in a night or that it's the second break of the night. It just means it's the second time we have broken that exact product. So let's recap Pantheon for those of you who missed that earlier. We have the metal card. It's in a plastic sleeve. The Richard Sherman, number 38 of 50. And then we have the Broncos, Carlos Henderson to 99. The Bengals, John Ross to 99. Carson Palmer for the Cardinals. It's a little bitty piece of material, but it's a nice card design. And a nice low number to 49. Little Josh Reynolds rookie material and signature to 99. Sterling Shepard, that's an on-card auto, and a little piece of material right there for the Giants. And that one maybe more so than a few of the others you can see has some chipping and things around the edges, probably because of the darker color it's more noticeable. That's to 99. And then the big kahuna out of there is Patrick Mahomes rookie card sticker auto, 2-color patch with the nice little seam in it, and it's numbered 225. So that's what Pantheon looked like tonight. And I meant to have another Pantheon break on Sunday, and I believe I forgot to list it. So I guess we'll have Pantheon breaking again on Monday, because I think I kind of forgot to do it. To list it, I mean. All right, guys, so that is it for tonight. As always, thank you so much. I appreciate you very much. I hope I will see you again on another break. Listing new stuff pretty much every day, and we break almost every night, so there's always something fun going on. Oh, Robert, you are asking me, sorry, it does take a second for chat to come up, like you guys type it in, but I don't see it for a couple minutes on my side, I think. I do not have a website, Robert, and I need to. I had someone who was supposed to be building one for me back at the first of the year, and it all got kind of sidetracked, and I don't have a website up yet. So right now it's just on eBay, but I hope to have a website up within the next probably 2 to 3 months, and then I'll be doing breaks on both, and we'll probably have a wider variety of things once I get the website up. We'll do some hits drafts and you know, some things other than just a straight team break like we do on eBay. So I'm hopeful to have that up and running within the next couple of months, but for right now it's all eBay. So, oh, Justin, thank you. I hope you do hang out with me Friday, man. You're always so nice to chat with me, and you keep me up to date on all my scores and things. So selfishly, yes, I definitely hope I see you again on Friday. All right, Robert. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's on eBay. It's always listed under Flea Burger. I know that's weird, but that's what it is. And you can go into eBay, I think advanced search, and do items by seller and type in Flea Burger, and it'll kind of show you all the breaks that I have up and running. And as I said, I do generally add 3 or 4 new breaks listed almost every day. So always adding to what's there, and hopefully we'll have some other stuff that you like. So thanks again, guys. We will see you soon. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your week. Bye-bye.